Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be making a pond out of this little area behind me that a creek runs through. So let's get into it. So this is the area that I'm going to be building the pond in. The creek isn't flowing too much right now. I mean, there's a little bit in that area right there, but as you can see, pretty much this area right here is already cut out for me. So I just got to dig all this out and then we'll dam it up right there. So, this is down at the Hillbilly Fort, by the way. But this is a pond that I started to make a while back. And the thing about this pond is when it would get high, it would get up to like right to this little spot right here. And I didn't want it that close to the camp or whatever. So, and the way I designed the dam, it just isn't working very well. So that's why we're going to be moving on to, or making one in this spot over here. So, because I don't think that'll, once it starts to get higher than here, it won't probably get higher than this spot right here. So that's going to be about, it's not going to be like super deep, but it's going to hopefully be about waist deep. It's about the height it is at right now, or this bank is at right now. So that's the hope, at least. About waist deep, probably 3-4 feet deep. So I'll get a time lapse set up. So I'm actually gonna start it in this area right here because there's quite a bit of junk that I'm gonna burn and some pretty big pieces. So I'm gonna start that now. Also, you guys should watch this video if you haven't already. This is my first video on the channel of making this hatchet. So, you should watch that if you haven't already. It's got a lighter in the end, so I'm going to use that to start the fire. Alright, so I got the fire going. Should burn down in a couple minutes. Now I'm gonna set it up so you guys can watch me dig this out. Anyways, I was just sitting down, taking a break for a minute, looking at the fire. Spent about a half hour real time over there. Tons and tons of worms in here. If you saw me going back and forth, I was either checking on the fire or putting worms back in here, but bunches of them in there. Can't see them because they're burrowed in, but so I got the fire loaded up pretty good. I'm gonna get back to digging. Okay, so I got the fire built up pretty good here, and that dug out a little bit more. I'm just gonna go up to grab some water and maybe a little bit to eat, and I'll be right back down. All right, we're back down here at the pond. I just went up to get some water and stuff. Got some tunes now. So I'm gonna continue the time lapse. All right, so I think I'm done for the day with digging. I've done quite a bit. I mean, you can see it was all the way out here, all the way in there. Pretty decent pile. I put all this, trying to put it all in one place so I can load it onto the dam when I make that. But I think what I'm going to start doing now is putting rocks along this edge to kind of defy the edge more, so I can kind of dig that out. I'm just getting a little bit bored of just digging this part in here, so I'm going to start putting building a little rock wall up there to defy that edge a little bit more. So I'll start that. Alright guys, I think that's going to have to do it for the work today. But this wall actually looks pretty decent, honestly. I think it actually looks pretty good. So, got a pretty good little spot done right here. So now what I'm going to do, I have some old trout that have been in their freezer for a little while, so I'm going to go grab those and fry them up on this fire here. So I'll go do that and see you guys then. Alright, so I'm back down here. Got the fish. Gonna toss them on there. Alright, so they're starting to cook now. So what I got as far as seasoning is just this whatever all-purpose seasoning, and then this Himalayan salt. So with the smallest one, it was alright. They've been in the freezer for a while, so I think they're not, that's why maybe they're not the greatest. Alright, so after eating these guys a little bit, I'm not even gonna lie, they are not very good. Maybe it's the way I cooked it, but I really probably think it's because they've been frozen and unfrozen a couple times. And I don't even remember catching these guys, so they've been in the freezer for I don't even know how long. Might pick out away at them a little bit more, but they're not too good. It might have been the way I cooked them. A little bit of it probably was, but anyways, this was a pretty good day's work for the pond, or half a day's work. I mean, that bank was all the way out to here, so got quite a bit of it moved over here with this huge dirt pile. So, and I'm pretty happy with this stone wall, like I mentioned. I think it looks pretty good, for me at least. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to continue that over to probably about here. About-ish, or maybe I'll go to that rock, I'm not sure yet. But I'm thinking that the pond is probably, you can see kind of, it's a little bit higher in this spot right here. The pond is probably going to go like, I'm thinking kind of like around like that. Obviously we'll dam it up there, and then just like this. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to run in right there about, and then gonna go like this. So there's one last thing I wanted to do in this video. I want to release these crawfish and minnows into this pond. I was really hoping to get that done today, but it just didn't work out. So I just feel bad having these guys in my room. And actually what happened is, I guess the bubbler that I had in here popped up and it was out of the water. So a whole bunch of these minnows did not make it. So I'm going to toss these guys in here and see what happens. Grab this guy. He's not happy. Oh, I see a couple of the minnows swimming around in here. I was trying to get a spot where you could see it better, but there's that guy. Two, three, four. Oh, I think they're already liking it. And just stick this guy in because a couple of. Oh, okay. And those dead minnows, I'm just going to leave them in here because the crawfish can be used for some food for the crawfish. So I'm just going to leave those guys in here, but yeah. Right there. So way, way, way up in the woods, over, well, more like that direction probably, there's a spot where the creek, there's two creeks where it splits, and one flows that way and this one flows this way. So up there, the one that goes that way flows a lot better, flows all year round. So I kind of hope maybe I can see where it's dammed up to make it go that way instead of this way. Maybe I can reverse the dam. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you want to see part 2 on this pond, part 3, part 4, there's probably going to be quite a few parts to this, then please consider subscribing. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. I post a new video every Wednesday and shorts throughout the week. So if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to subscribe.